afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. It's 4:07. I'm on my way to campus because today we have a seminar that it's from 4:30 until 7:30, I think. Maybe it's 4:30 to 6:30. I hope it's 4:30 to 6:30. Either way, I'm not trying to go, but I have to. Ugh. And I was just trapped behind this bus. I hate buses. So annoying. You get stuck behind them, and then they're doing a rain route right now because it would rain earlier. It's not raining right now. You can drop them kids off at the bus stop. So they're stopping at everyone's house. Ooh, that bus know they were wrong. They know they should have looked behind and seen me behind them and been like, oh, let this shawty go around so she's not trapped behind me as I freaking stop at every single stop on the street. Almost just got stopped by another bus, but thank goodness it was finishing. Anyway, I'm trying to hurry up and get out of this neighborhood so I don't have to deal with this anymore. But y'all, listen to this craziness. Yesterday I was driving to work. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday I was driving to work. And okay, there's like when I'm going to work I have to take the interstate, blah blah blah. Anyway, there's a light before I get to the interstate. And I have to turn left at that light. And there are two lanes. There are two left turning lanes. So in the interstate ramp is on the outside. So I always go on the inside lane, and as I'm turning, I always merge into the outside lane, just because the inside lane always turns faster than the outside one, because the outside one's always super backed up because everyone gets on that one because they know they're gonna go down the interstate. So I'm always just smart, and I just go in the inside lane and then just merge into the outside lane as they're turning, because there's always a gap between the cars when they're turning. Anyway, so I guess I cut this guy off, so he says. And so anyway, okay, so I do my thing. I'm going on the interstate, and I get off the interstate and I turn left at a light to get ready to go like into the mall, and this van just super beyond cuts me off. Like, I'm talking, this car like was 2 seconds away from, hi Trevor, my friend Trevor just dropped by. This car was like literally like not even 2 inches, like a freaking half an inch away from hitting my car, because he just like skirt like right in front of me, like super hardcore. And so he gets in front of me, and he's staring at me in his rear view mirror, and I can see him staring at me, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why did you just cut me off for no reason? Like, I could understand him if he was trying to make a turn or something, but he wasn't. He was just driving straight with me. So I was like, what the heck is this guy doing? And like, why are you staring at me? Like, you're the one that just cut me off. Why are you staring at me like I did something? So I'm just like, what the heck? And so he like signals me, like he's like telling me to like go around him. Well, I thought he was telling me to go around him. I guess he was telling me to pull up next to him or something. And I was like, no, because I'm not going that way. I'm getting ready to turn right. Hence why I'm in the right lane, because I'm about to go right. Anyway, and so I turned right, continuing on my way to go to the mall. And then all of a sudden I see him like a few moments later, I see him like speeding up in my rearview mirror. And like, I guess he turned around and came to freaking follow me, freaking psycho. And so I get to the stop sign, I'm getting ready to turn left, and that's the only way I can turn. I can only turn left. And so I'm getting ready to turn left at the stop sign, and he pulls up next to me. And he's like, hey, the next time you want to drive like a little bitch, you better make sure there's nobody else on the fucking road, you cunt. And I was just like, what are you even talking about, dude? And he was like, you cut me off at the light, you little cunt. And like, he's just like going off on me, calling me all those bitches and cunts and just freaking nonsense. And I was just like, what? So this dude freaking followed me down the road for like a whole like 10-15 minutes to yell at me because I cut him off at the light. I did not cut you off. I just merged into your lane, and you're just overreacting, freaking psycho. And so I forgot where I'm going. I'm going to campus. I need to go this way. And so he So he has his like 2 kids in the car. He's 2 little kids and his wife in the car. And his wife looked so embarrassed because she was in the passenger side. So she was in between me and the guy, and like she's just like covering her face, and I feel so bad. And like their little kids are like, oh, well, he's yelling at me, and I'm like, okay, are you done now? And he's like, no, I'm not fucking done, you little cunt. And he like blocks me where I can't drive. Cause I was like, okay, so I was like, I'm just gonna drive off then. And so I tried driving, and he like skirt and like wouldn't let me go. Like he cornered me in, like, so I couldn't go anywhere. He just blocked my way, and he was just staring at me, and he was just cussing me out. And I was like, wow, you're setting a really great example for your children right now. And then his like kids were like, hi, like they were like waving hi to me and stuff from the back seat, and I was like, oh, hi, you know, being nice. I'm not gonna be rude to his kids because he's a freaking asshole, freaking psychotic asshole. Like, who chases someone down, who follows someone for 10-15 minutes down the road over being cut off, freaking corners them, curses them out, doesn't let them move? Like, we sat at that like stop sign for probably a good 2 or 3 minutes because he would not move. And so like I was like, okay, are you finished? Like, are you done? Like, what is the purpose of this? Like, and so he wouldn't move, so I picked up the phone. So I was getting ready to call the police because like literally there was a police station like not even 2 seconds away. Because like when he cut me off and I turned right, like on the street, I turned right on that corner, there is a police station, and I only drove like 10 seconds away from that place. So I was like, there's literally cops like 10 seconds away. So I picked up my phone because I was getting ready to call the police because he wouldn't freaking move. He's being freaking crazy. And then he finally, and after I picked up my phone, he kind of acted as if he was gonna not block me anymore. He kind of moved a little. He moved his car a little bit. So I was like, okay, he's moving, great. So I tried to drive off, and then he was still like driving next to me. So he was driving on the wrong side of the street. He was going up the opposite side of the street because I was on the right side of the street. And he was just freaking crazy. And then he stopped and he turned around and went back. So I was never able to get his license plate number because he was always next to me. Or the only time he was ever in front of me was when he originally cut me off. And at that time, I didn't think anything. I was just like, what the heck is this guy doing? He's stupid. He can't drive. And yeah, so yeah, that was my day yesterday. I was so mad. I was so pissed. I went to work, I was crying because I was so angry. I got so mad. Freaking crazy psycho. Oh my gosh. That is like totally never happened in my entire life. Like, where they do that at? Like, for reals. Anyway. It's been like super cold for like weeks, and it's finally warmed up a little bit. It's like 50 degrees today, but it's freaking like raining and super windy and gloomy today. Meh, but I guess it's better than freezing. I will take that over freezing any day. I'm really sleepy today. Like, well, first of all, I almost overslept this morning, which would have been super bad because I was substituting today because my mentor teacher didn't come to school today. Oh, by the way, today is a holiday. It's President's Day, but since our school system missed so many days because of snow, they started to take away holidays and making us go to school. So yeah, that's why I had school today. If you're wondering, like, what? It's a holiday. It's President's Day. Yeah, still had school today. Burnt. But what was I saying? My mentor teacher, he wasn't there today, so I was the only one there in the classroom. So had I been late, that would have been super bad. So there wouldn't have been anyone there. Like, I woke up at 5:50. I have to leave my house at 6:25. So that was almost a bad time. That was almost a bad time. But yeah, I'm just really tired today. I think it's because last night my family, like, my mom wanted to go to Joe's Crab Shack in Nashville, and Nashville's like probably 45 minutes, 45, 50 minutes away from Clarksville, which is where I live. And so, so my mom wanted to go, and so my dad, well, they were gonna wait for me because I got off work at 6, and I was gonna go with them. But then I told them, I was like, you guys can just go without me because I kind of have stuff I need to do anyway. And I need to prepare for, you know, Monday because I wasn't really prepared for today. So I told them to go without me, but they didn't listen. So when I got home around like 7, they were still home. So I was like, I guess I'll go with y'all. So anyway, long story short, we didn't leave Nashville until like after 10 o'clock. So it was like 11 something when we got home. I didn't go to bed till like 1, or maybe, or was it 12? Maybe I went to bed at 12, which is super late for me because I usually go to bed at like 8 o'clock. So yeah. And I have so many papers to grade. Oh my goodness, I'm about to freaking grade papers during this seminar because I haven't even started on this stupid EdTPA thing. So it won't even matter. I'm just grade some papers. I'm dying. This student teaching thing is freaking tough. Cause like, you go to work, you go to school all day, and then you have to come home and grade papers or make a lesson plan or prepare something or make a test or make a quiz or something. And so it's like never ending work even after you leave work. It sucks. And then I work on the weekends, so like I just really have no off time really. I like always doing something. And it's really starting to, I think really starting to affect me because I'm like feeling super drained these days. Super drained. Anyway, enough of my complaining. I feel like I've complained way too much today. Perhaps. Yeah, I think I have. So I'm gonna stop complaining.